Hey guys, so before we start the actual tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys some of the customization that I did do to this frontal. So I did tweeze my hairline some. Keep in mind that tweezing is very tedious, so take your time. You don't want to spend a bunch of money on a frontal and then tear the lace or anything like that. So I'm tweezing the hairline, and I'm also pulling some hair forward and going in between to tweeze a little behind the hairline. Also keep in mind that you will lose a lot of hair tweezing. I'll show you guys in a minute the amount of hair I lost, but that was just from this portion, and then when I actually co-washed, I shed a lot of hair, but it's okay. You know, you're literally pulling out hair, so you're going to have a lot of shedding once you're done. So that's the amount that I initially had. And I also bleached my knots. I'm just using the Quick Blue in 30 volume developer, and I let it sit on for about 30 minutes or so, and then I washed and conditioned the hair. So hey guys, I'm here with a video today showing you guys how I'm going to install this lace frontal as a sew-in. This is the first time I'm doing this, so we're gonna see how this turns out together. So details and everything to the hair will be down below. This is just the install portion. This is the braiding pattern that I have right now. So I have about 7 braids going straight back, and then I have my anchor braid going around, and the hair filled in like so. I didn't leave my edges out, any hair out, but I did just go ahead and slick my natural hairline and my baby hair and everything. I just kind of slicked those down already, just so that when I put the frontal on, I can kind of get a feel for how I want it to lay and how my natural hairline is formed. The frontal does not have baby hair on it, so you can always cut baby hair into it, but before I cut the baby hair, I want to see if I can match it up and just have my natural baby hair out, and to see if I actually need it. So, like I said, this is going to be a sew-in, so I'm going to start by applying a net. So I'm going to use 2 nets. I'm going to use a weaving net because I need to sew the bundles onto my head, but I also brought 2 stocking caps because I want to mimic a natural scalp. So I got it in the color beige, as you can see the color here, and then I also got it in the color brown. So I got both of them because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. So yeah, I just went ahead and bought both so I can try it on and to see which colors I like best. So first I'm going to just apply a net onto my head, and I'm not even going to bring it all the way up to the front because I don't really need to. And I'm just going to sew this net down along my anchor braid just to kind of secure it. So I switched back to the beige cap, and I tightened my elastic band, and now it fits. I probably could have made it a little snugger, but that's fine. So first you want to just kind of position the frontal. And so now I'm going to sew this back portion of the frontal down in the back, just to secure it down. And I apologize if you can't really see anything. My mirror is directly below the camera, so I'm trying to make sure I show you guys and I can see in the mirror as well. But yeah, bear with me. Like I said, this is my first time, so this is a learning experience for all of us. Also, as I'm sewing the frontal down, I'm just pulling this back area just to make sure that it's taut, and so that when it's sewn down, it's flat and not loose and flabby like that. So as I stitch, don't pull it too hard to where you're pulling the frontal back, but just pull it so that you know, it's flat. So the frontal's all sewn down. So now the next thing I'm gonna do, I haven't seen too many people actually do this, but being that I have these anchor braids, I'm going to sew just these corner pieces of the frontal down on those anchor braids just to keep it secure. I know people normally just sew along the back and have good faith, or they use the some type of holding glue or something at the front. I did get some of the got to be glued, but I also just want to sew just a small stitch right here on each side just to keep it in position. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I feel my anchor braid right here, and then I'm just going to do a stitch. Let's see, I'm gonna go downwards. And you want to be careful because you don't want to tear the lace. And so now it's secure right in this little area. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to cut off the lace just to make sure everything's right, because I don't want to sew the bundles on and then I don't like how the frontal's looking. So, yeah. So this is how it's currently looking. I know you can like see the lace a little. Initially I did not want to add baby hair, but I think I'm gonna add a couple just to kind of camouflage this lace area, because this is about as far as I can cut the lace back. I know some people tint their lace. I think that tinting will definitely help to just make the lace part kind of blend in a little more. But yeah, I should have. So most people, they cut their lace after it's on their head. For me, I think I should have did the opposite. I should have cut my lace first and then applied it, because with so much lace, I thought this was down further than what it actually was. And so now that it's on, I just kind of feel like it's back a little too far. But since it's already sewn down, there's not much I can really do about it. But yeah, so I'm going to just add the baby hair. And so I finally got my edges semi-decent. Still need to go in and do like some tweaking and stuff like that, but I want to start sewing on the rest of the hair before I get too tired, and then I'll worry about the edges later. But I think once I tie my hair down and you know, just everything kind of settles in, it'll be fine, because I got this little area. Cool, I had to cut a couple baby hairs in it, but I didn't want to OD, because I feel like a lot of people OD on the baby hairs with the frontals. And yeah, I like baby hair, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people, I just feel like they OD on it, and it looks like a frontal. Like, it doesn't necessarily look like fake hair, but it looks like, I can't explain it. Like, it's something about the way people do their baby hair sometimes where it's like, oh, that's a frontal. Like, it doesn't necessarily look like a wig, but it looks like a frontal. So I wanted to kind of keep my baby hair to a minimum. And that's why I tried to kind of have my natural baby hair out, but it just wasn't blending right. So I did go and cut a few baby hairs, and this is what we're working with. I highly doubt that I'm going to be pulling all of it up at one time, so I should be fine. I'll probably like wearing it in the side part or wearing it in the middle part, and I'll just situate the baby hair depending on how I wear it. But yeah, I think I'm okay with this. I can deal with this. So now I'm going to cut some of this beige cap off because I don't really need all of it. And then I'm going to apply the bundles just like I would do a regular sew-in. So I'm going to do a perimeter track. And then I'm literally just going to fill all of this in with the bundled hair. And yeah, I'll come back and I'll show you guys the final look and how I style it and all of that. So definitely stay tuned. So this is how the hair looks when I have just one bundle sewn in. I did not need a lot of hair. This hair is really full. So that's one bundle. And I'm just filling in the space, going back and forth. And here it is with maybe half a bundle. So I use 1.5 bundles and then my frontal. And this is how the hair looks once I'm done, and I kind of teased it out. I'm definitely going to co-wash. Kinky curly hair works. It's going to look crazy at first, but once you co-wash, it'll definitely bring the curls out and everything like that. But I just want to show you guys how it looked when I was initially finished. And it's 24 inches and it's really long, but I did go in and trim it just a little bit. So this is the hair after being freshly co-washed. These are the type of brushes that I used when I want to define my curls. So now I'm just going to take my hair out of this bath towel, and this is how it looks. And so you see how the frontal is definitely not laid, but I'm going to show you guys how to, you know, secure it and make it all neat and pretty. So first I'm just going to take a brush and brush out my natural hairline because I'm going to go in later and kind of gel that down on its own. And I don't want it to get caught up under the lace, so I'm just brushing it out. Now I'm going to take some Got To Be Glued, that one stuff, the spiking gel. It's the spiking cream. And I'm just laying that on the edges behind that hair that I pulled out. Just applying a generous amount. Then I'm going to pull my frontal in, secure it over that. I'm just taking this comb and just kind of pressing the frontal down into that cream. Then I'm also going to take a blow dryer and blow dry it further to help it dry. And I was still having a little problem with securing it, so I'm going to take a little spritz right here and just massage that in and just secure it even further. And that's really it. I don't do my whole hairline because I just don't feel the need to if I'm only wearing it in the side part. The other half doesn't really need to be glued down or, you know, gelled down or anything. So I just really put it in this one corner. And now I'm just getting my parts situated how I like it. And as you can see, it's already laying really flat. Now to define these curls, I'm going to use some Mixed Chicks leave-in and then this Shea Moisture Frizz-Free Curl Mousse. And I'm going to mix both of them and just scrunch it into the hair. This hair shrinks up a lot, so it is a longer length, and I did trim it some, but it still doesn't have that much hang time. It doesn't look as long as it initially looked, but it's fine. It's a really nice length and curl pattern. And now I'm just taking this travel size diffuser and just diffusing the hair a little bit. I'm not going to do it until the hair is dry, but just to kind of give it some initial shape, just diffusing it. And then I'm going to now gel down my actual baby hairs. And the little bit of baby hair that I cut into the frontal and blend it in with my natural baby hair and just slick it back. So I definitely like this method of my baby hair mixed with a little bit of the fake baby hairs. It gives it a more natural appearance in my opinion rather than having all fake baby hair. And then I'm just taking a little concealer and applying it onto that part area. And that is the final look, guys. It took me a week to really perfect this method, but yeah, I'm ready, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.